Well, I guess I'm just going to have to discuss this because Risey went and made some video, got wound up screaming at me, and as usual, I got all these fucking simps up my ass screaming at me about why is Risey mad at you? Why is he saying this? I got Discord DMs up the ass, all of this crazy bullshit. So I'm just going to lay it out here, and you tell me, what would you do? So today when I come home after the gym, I get told there's a wiggle show going with this chart or whatever. So I turn this on. My ex co-host is on there. Everything's fine for a while. Then George comes on. And then you got to see what I've had to deal with for months. And the only real comments that I made in the chat were, "This is why I don't stream anymore," and "Welcome to my personal hell." For some reason, this is being blown out of proportion and taken as a jab at him, or I'm attacking him somehow or doing something to him. No, it's both of them. And I'm going to go into all of this. So let me get my little notepad here so I can go through all this. Okay, I just addressed the wiggle show. I'm going to talk about all the people that keep asking me about Kate and all this. I have not spoken to Kate. I have not said anything to Kate in a very long time. I think the last time I spoke with Kate was maybe a month or two ago, and that was it. I keep hearing that I'm being accused of me and Kate are planning to force my ex co-host into rehab, and we won't talk to him unless we accept his drinking. I haven't planned anything with Kate, and you can go to ask Kate all you want, talk to her. I haven't spoken to her. I didn't plan anything with her. I was told about a week later that the same time that I blocked my co-host and left, that Kate did the same thing as well, and that apparently got spinned as, or somehow it got turned into that people, or I don't know who's responsible for this, but apparently it turned into that me and Kate are planning this thing against my ex co-host so he'll stop drinking. That's not true. Like I said, I had no idea that Kate even blocked him till after the fact. So, you don't believe me? Go ask Kate. I'm just telling you like it is. I am not trying to force my ex co-host into doing anything. I'm just trying to mind my own business and have fun on here, which is getting harder and harder. He can drink and do whatever he wants. I never once told him to not drink or not do any of this. I did bring up and talk about maybe we should moderate here our drinking and stuff so we can do things. I did bring that up. But I know better to tell an alcoholic to not drink, because I've been through this before, and I'm going to get into that. Late in the early 2000s, and this is why I initially liked Risey and got along with him well, is he reminded me of a good friend that I had at work, and he was an alcoholic. And this was my first learning experience with this. And he was constantly having problems and stuff, and I'd help him out and cover for him and do things, and I was trying to help him back then and get that person into rehab and stuff. And eventually what ended up happening was they turned on me, and then I can't remember if it was a week or months later, but anyways, what ended up happening was they drunk they were drunk driving, and they crashed in the parking lot and smashed into two other cars or something, and then they came into work and somehow got in the elevator and got up to my floor. I didn't see this. I just saw the video of it later after the fact. He got out of the elevator and then just collapsed and died. He just died in the workplace. And when my ex co-host turned on me, I had deja vu again, and I've been through this before, and I will not go through this again. And I want to make clear that I never told him to stop drinking or any of this crap that I keep getting told constantly all the time, that I'm doing all this stuff. Not doing anything to anybody. The other thing is, it's not just one co-host that I have some issues with, but there's two. And I was in a tug of war for a long time. I tried my best to separate them and do streams with one person and streams with the other person. That was fine for a while, and then I don't even remember what caused the war between them, but it just got worse and worse and worse. And then my co-host, he won't admit this, but anybody can see what's going on here. He's trying to force me to choose between him and George. And the reason I say that is because anytime I go in a chat and I say the most bland comment or anything, I start getting all of this stuff about George, and George is doing this and blah, blah, George, on and on and on. And if I have to choose, I choose nobody. And that's why I stopped streaming. So trying to make it about one person and not the other is just not true. Now, I have to be honest, the last stream that I did with the Immortal Mask, George wanted to come on there the whole show, but I said no, just come on at the end, because I didn't want to cause a big mess. And I had this pre-planned ahead of time, and I had an obligation to do this. And I'm not going to just... Denelli's done nothing to me. I have no issue with Denelli, and I like Immortal Mask, and I'm doing what I can to help him sell it. It's a great book and everything. I like it, I enjoyed it, and I wanted to have him come on and share it, and I told him I would do so months ago before any of this happened. So this was a prior obligation that I had said to Denali so that I could do the show with Denali. So we didn't have a set time for a while or anything, and then recently we got together and figured it out and everything, and we worked it out. And then I did the Immortal Mask unboxing show, and we saw all of that nice stuff and everything. And I had George on at the very end. I didn't have him on the whole show or anything. But Denali is innocent in here, and he's being dragged into this when he did nothing wrong to anybody. And once again, I'm being bullied into this. I have two co-hosts who have a personality conflict, I've tried my best to work with both of them, and at the end, I just realized it's water and oil no matter what I do. So I hope that answers that. It has nothing to do with one co-host and not another. It's that I'm being forced to choose between two, and I'm not going to choose one or the other. I'm just not going to do it. And all of the bullying and rage videos at me and trying to force me to stream or do whatever or be your friend again or whatever, I'm not doing this. I'm out. And I've been through this before, and I know what's coming. Like I've stated in my prior videos, things have got significantly worse over the last couple of months. I didn't want to even have to make this, but I'm just getting tired of all of these people all the time telling me what my ex-co-host is doing, and he's doing this to you, and then I see this, and I'm plotting with Kate against him, and all of this just... Look, I understand he's an alcoholic and he's drunk, okay? I get that. And I have people saying, oh, just let it go. Just let it go. He'll be fine later, and blah, blah, and all of this. And, well, I understand what they're saying. Like Lord Raptor Jesus in the Wiggle chat today telling me, oh, we're just having fun and all this. Well, I've had months on end of what would be called fun. I had a very successful show that was building up, getting popular, and I had it sabotaged for no reason other than somebody's personal issue with the show, for no reason. And I shut the show down and I gave it to the co-host. And what do I hear? I hear everything about that I'm to blame for Troll Show and blah, 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 all of this. And what can I tell you? But I'm not going to be bullied into whatever I'm trying to be bullied into. I'm not even sure what's going on here. But I've been through this before, and I don't really want to say this on here, and it pains me to say this because even now, I care about Risey, believe it or not, but I can't. There's just no reasoning here, or just you cannot work with him anymore. And I'm not going to have plan my channel around alcoholic whims and drunken rage fest and all of this stuff at people that I'm not even mad at. And for the record, I'm tired of fighting fucking people. I had no issue with DG before this. Sinatra somewhat, but I've gotten over that and tried to let that go and make peace. There's so many people I don't even know. We're just always having to fight somebody. I don't want to fight anybody. I want to do shows and have fun. Blood sports and all that crap, that shit is tiring and exhausting. And the only time it's worth a damn is when you have the people in real life in their face. And I've done this one time so far, and it was very satisfying, let me tell you. All of this on here, all of the fighting on here, and all of this shit, this is fucking just nothing, man. That's why I really feel if I'm going to really argue or get into it with somebody, I prefer to do it in real life, honestly, because the tone and everything in real life is totally different than this bullshit. And I don't want to be fighting with anyone anyways, man. So it's just all stupid to me. Um, that's pretty much it. That's what I had to say. If my co-host thought I was attacking him by making a comment, my ex-co-host, I should say, that I was making a comment saying this is why I don't stream anymore, then I apologize. I wasn't attacking anybody. It's both of you. And I'm not going to be forced to have to stream with one or the other. I'll just not stream. I don't care. I don't need to stream. Okay? I don't have to do it. Streaming for me is just something for fun and all this. I don't need it to survive or do anything. And quite honestly, I'm more happier just uploading videos and doing my reviews, honestly, and talking about things and doing it that way. I don't have all the stress of well, one of my co-hosts will show up for sure, but the other one may pass out or wake up 2 days later and tell me they're sorry or something and all this, and I don't have that stress anymore. Now I just click record, I make a video, say what I want to say, this movie's shit or this movie's good, and that's it. I would like to go back to live streaming, but I know the minute I start live streaming again, I'm going to have EFAPs of me and attacks and all of this bullshit. I don't need this. I just don't. It sucks. I want to do Troll Show and have fun and do all this, but I know if I almost started an impromptu Troll Show tonight. I really thought about it. I really thought about starting an impromptu one-up. I almost did it. But that would have just caused a big fucking mess, and it would have just gone downhill, and I don't know if I'm going to bring Troll Show even back in a year or so even. I don't know what else to say here or do, honestly, but I'm not going to be bullied into whatever it is they're trying to do to me. That's all I can tell you. And I'm not going to choose between two co-hosts. And that's what's being done to me. You can tell me I'm not doing that. That is I've had people telling me this even. I've had people telling me why is my ex co-host trying to force me to choose between him and this other one and all this. This is where we are. And the other thing is I got people telling me, get rid of George. The other people telling me, get rid of him. Why don't you do this? Just stream with them. Do this. And I spend more time having to explain things to people and almost fighting with them, but just saying that, what is my incentive here? What is my incentive to stream? I'm going to go stream because somebody's going to bully me and try to force me into streaming and do a rage video about me and then threaten to strike my other ex-co-host channel down now and all this. Anyways, that's that. I hope I've answered all your questions because I'm tired of explaining this. So, once again, just in case you weren't here to restate, I don't know what's going on with Kate and him. I didn't plan anything with Kate. I haven't talked to Kate in a long time. Um, from what I said, from what I found out, it was after the fact that she blocked him around the same time that I did, and that got taken or construed that we're planning against him. I'm not telling my co-host to do anything. He wants to go drink and do all this. Go do all of it. But don't expect me to put up with this shit anymore. I just refuse to do it, and I'm not going to accept being bullied and shit on. It's one thing to troll me and have fun. I can take trolling like from Well Hung and Jabba and stuff. But you want to talk about personal jabs and all this stuff? I mean, Jesus, man. I got compared to Vic King by this person and told I'm the next Vic King. Would you want to stream or do anything with this person? I don't. I mean, that's hardcore, man, to have somebody tell you that who you think is your friend, that they're saying you're the next Vic King. I mean, I would never say that to anybody. I would never accuse somebody of being the next that thing. But because I happened to be friends with one co-host and I tried to be friends with both, now I've got this huge fucking mess again. Even when I'm not streaming, I ain't even streaming anymore, and I still have to deal with this. There's just no winning here. Anyways, I'm not going to be bullied into doing anything. It's not going to make me stream. It's not going to make me unblock anybody or talk to them or do anything. I've dealt with this before in the workplace, and the person died in there. And right before that, they turned on me. And everything that I've heard in the last 2 months is almost word for word what I heard in the workplace from this person when they turned on me. And I know what is coming. And I'm not going to say it here because I don't want that to happen. But there's nothing that I can do about that. Zero. There's nothing I can do about that. And I'm not going to, even if I wanted to do something, what am I going to do? I'm going to get on a plane and go to Australia and, coddle somebody and go, oh, come on, we're going to go over here and going to go into rehab and all this. I'm not going to do that bullshit. Fuck that. They have to want to go. I learned this the hard way the first time. You can't force somebody to not be an alcoholic. They have to come to you and tell you they're ready to do this. And I'm not going to. I remember having conversations where I told them that even. I said, look, I'm not going to tell you not to drink or do any of all this. I would say you should moderate your shit because the amount of the drinking and the drugs and all this is just, I mean, it's just days and days of being high and no sleep and screaming and fighting and doing all this. And but when I got turned on, that was the turning point for me, man. And I refuse to go through this again. I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. If it comes to it, I'll just walk away from this shit. I'll shut the channel down and everything. This is all just fun for me. I don't need to be here. I would like to be here and give you the shows that you want, but I can't do that because I'm not being held hostage anymore. Now I'm just being attacked. And see, I'm not going to go and fight with them. I know better. Because I tried that the first time back at work with that guy, and that doesn't end well. it just turns into them turning on me more and all of this, and it's just, anyways. I hope this was the last video I have to make on this. I'm just, I don't know what else to do. I can't even comment in a fucking channel now, and it being interpreted as some Morse code tinfoil hat attack on somebody. I mean, this is just insane. You ought to see this shit I'm getting, man. It's just, I don't need this. Just so we're clear, I understand Ryzie is drunk and all this, but I don't hold any ill will to him, and I wasn't attacking him. Jesus Christ, man. Shit's fucking exhausting. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.